Getting out there.
We got a class action lawsuit that's coming out hopefully by next week. We're getting
What did he just say? Hey everybody, welcome back to Nothing Out Live. We were just balls deep into Lindell.
Speaking of, it's been a while since we've done a plug for Lindell, which is a word on urbandictionary.com that was created by your Jay Tyler.
Lindell, yo.
Jay Tyler. The definition of Lindell in the Urban Dictionary is when someone sleeps on a pillow that someone else spooged on.
Okay, gotta have time to masturbate.
They've got a Lindell.
Hey, I've been into some of the finest hotels around the Bay Area. Enjoy your Lindell.
Well, apparently Mike Lindell has been Lindelled one too many times because it's damaged his brain.
This is just so fucking funny.
Class action lawsuit that's coming out hopefully by next week. We're getting
What did he just say? I don't know what he said.
I heard class action.
Coming out hopefully by next week. We're getting
Anyway, hey.
Lindell. Anyway, go to urbandictionary.com, type in Lindell and select the first definition that pops up and vote, give a thumbs up to the post by Jay Tyler 6969 and let us invent the lexicon one word at a time.
Yeah. And as this is Nothing Yet Live, and I am the Jay Tyler.
And I am your Miss Parker.
Hit us up at nothingyetgroup@gmail.com if you got any show ideas or anything like that you guys want to hear about.
Speaking of show ideas, Awesome Julia the Valley provided
anything you guys want us to do besides kill ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a daily battle not to do that. So here's Awesome Julia the Valley gave us, whoa, don't want to destroy the chocolate.
Are you a conservative who praised Vladimir Putin and now wish you hadn't? Then you need Tylenol, the drug that makes you forget you applauded a tyrant who is now slaughtering civilians. This miracle pill can help you go from this.
It might be worth asking, why do I hate Putin so much? Why do I care what's going on in the conflict between Ukraine and Russia? And why shouldn't I root for Russia, which I am?
To this.
Vladimir Putin started this war. He is to blame for what we're seeing tonight in Ukraine.
Incredible. Tylenol works by invading your sovereign mind and attacking any previously held memories or beliefs. Just listen to this satisfied customer.
Vladimir Putin is a very talented statesman.
I consider him a elegantly sophisticated counterpart.
We've seen a Russian dictator now terrorize the Ukrainian people.
And if you've been praising Putin for years, then try Tylenol Extended Release.
Putin has done an amazing job. Putin has much better leadership qualities than Obama. President Putin was extremely strong and powerful. President Putin is sharp. He's a guy who's very savvy. I know him very well. You have not only Putin, you have other people that are stone cold murderers and thugs and dictators that are very dangerous.
Tylenol Extended Release is not 100% effective. Tylenol may cause side effects, including permanent resting constipation phase in some patients. It's time to stop regretting and start forgetting. Tylenol, out with the Vlad, in with the good.
Thank you, Awesome Julia the Valley, for that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Trevor Noah, actually. But yeah, thanks for doing that.
Thanks for sharing that. Yeah.
Tylenol, get yours today.
Not endorsed by KROT.
No.
We don't know enough about it.
Hasn't been FDA approved, so they're sure to take it immediately.
Right. It's right up there with ivermectin. So,
by the way, this before you get to that, Lindell was speaking at the Kerry Lake Rock
and Roll Rodeo Rally.
I thought Kerry Lake was a place.
It might be.
No, it's the person that they were doing the rally for.
I've never even heard of
Kerry Lake.
Never heard of her.
I know.
She's probably awful.
But I thought it was the Kerry Lake Rock and Roll Rally where Mike Lindell was speaking. Apparently Kerry Lake is someone.
Okay.
Oh no.
Anyway, he's losing his mind. But thanks to Awesome Julia the Valley again for sharing this story about one of our favorite
trucking
providers of schadenfreude and dickishness. Madison Cawthorn, representative from North Carolina, is fighting an uphill battle right now with his reputation, and there's really no good way for him to spin this. It's not working out too well for him. So this comes to us from CNN. No one is.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Or in his case, rollerblade.
Roller.
Oh, roller. Sorry.
Yeah.
I would rollerblades work on a wheelchair. I have to ask about that.
I'd like to get him on rollerblades and watch what happens. Okay. No one likely is happier to see this week in the rearview mirror of his chair.
Oh, snap.
More on that in a second.
I'm sad about stuff.
The Northern Carolina rep, Madison Cawthorn, who has had a hellish last few days.
Oh, hellish, huh?
Yeah.
Like in Ukraine.
Well, it's all relative.
Yeah.
You could be homeless.
I mean, when you're at a
Cuddled in the
certain
corner
level, when you're at a certain level, things just go over your head sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially when you're below the head level of most people. Earlier this week, CNN reported that for the second time in the last 5 years, Cawthorn was facing charges of driving with a revoked license.
Oh.
And that charge was one of 3 pending traffic citations against the congressman. The other 2 were for speeding, one for going 89 miles per hour in a 65 mile per hour zone, the other for going 87 miles per hour in a 70 mile per hour zone.
Yeah.
He has a lead thumb. Then on Thursday, this is the most recent thing, a video surfaced.
He said,
Mission is at.
This guy is like 26 years old. You think he grew up
Okay.
with everything being recordable, and he grew up with the internet being a thing where everything was going to get blasted. Everything's going to get blasted out to the world. So you'd think he'd know better than to open his mouth and say stupid shit.
I just wonder how someone like him can think he's above the law.
Well, he's learning.
Speaking of stupid.
Or something. A video surfaced of a recent speech Cawthorn gave to supporters in which he described Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky as a thug and called the Ukrainian government incredibly evil. He also insisted, without explanation, that the Ukrainian government was pushing woke ideologies. He didn't specifically explain what misinformation Zelensky was allegedly pushing in America.
But somebody's pushing his agenda.
That wasn't his agenda
No,
that they were pushing.
Oh, dude. So wrong side of history. Just like you were on the wrong side of that road the other day. Boom! When you got pulled over driving with a revoked license.
He doesn't go, he can't turn left. That's
I don't know
the
what
problem.
state revoke is, but that's what state you were in apparently when you veered to the left.
Or tried.
In North Carolina, you don't veer to the left.
You don't veer to the left in North Carolina.
That's how you get
against the
pulled
law.
over.
Cawthorn quickly moved to attempt to minimize the damage from his comments. The actions of Putin and Russia are disgusting, he tweeted. But
Do you
leaders
expect to have to issue subpoenas,
including Zelensky, should not push misinformation on America. Okay, what?
He's great at doing that.
What misinformation? Where? Show me misinformation. Why don't you tweet the misinformation? Why don't you tweet a photo of Zelensky giving misinformation with his location in the background, just like your buddies DeSantis and Daines? Not DeSantis, I'm sorry. Who's the other Florida douchebag?
Rubio.
Rubio and Steve Daines.
Yeah. Steve Daines.
Steve Daines. Cawthorn has stirred controversy since 2020 when he won the House seat of former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, despite the fact that then President Donald Trump had endorsed one of his GOP primary opponents. Yet another example of the toxicity of having Trump in your corner. Okay.
and
Fu-
there was much rejoicing.
I think the second one's photos of a 2017 trip Cawthorn made to Adolf Hitler's vacation house prior to running for Congress
Oh my god.
surfaced on Instagram. Cawthorn wrote that this visit has been on his bucket list for a while
Oh,
and did not
God.
disappoint.
Ugh, on his bucket list.
This is from 2017. So they voted for this guy. They elected this guy.
Probably got a picture of him like in front of Auschwitz, like thumbs up,
Yep.
spinning in his chair. Here's Madison Cawthorn. Nazis were fucking dope. Hitler had some pretty good ideas.
We've said before on this show that Hitler would probably have a very special place for Madison Cawthorn. I think the term is what, useless feeder? Is that what they're called?
I don't know. I don't know anything about Nazis. I've never heard of them before. No. Of course they did. Useless feeders. Ugh, hey,
In 2020,
Thank God Nazis have evolved, Madison Cawthorn. Thank God for you, Nazis have evolved.
yeah,
To not just smoking every fool in a wheelchair.
Nazis have evolved.
We have a better class of Nazis these days.
Yeah.
They run people over with cars and shoot people. But other than that, they're
And
just,
grab women's
other than that,
butts.
they're very fine people, I heard.
They grab women's butts at universities too.
Fannies.
Yeah. Well, he tried to grab their boobs, but that was the wrong level. In 2020, a website created for Cawthorn's campaign alleged that New Jersey Senator Cory Booker was aiming to ruin white males running for office.
Well, you need to aim lower, Cory Booker.
Yeah. Booker said at the time, "It just really personally saddens me that somebody who is so clearly racist is a nominee for our major party. And I think it's a disrespect of the entire community." In the wake of the controversy, Cawthorn said that the syntax of our language was unclear and unfairly implied I was criticizing Cory Booker.
What do you think it's like to be so delusional?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's not fair.
The following month, CNN reported on the allegations of sexual harassment and misconduct made against Cawthorn by several women when he was in college.
But he's like, come on, I'm in a wheelchair. I get to do whatever I want. Right?
What can I do? She got a little too close to my wheelchair, so I pinched her butt. For his part, Cawthorn said that I have never done anything sexually inappropriate in my life.
Well, how can you when your dick doesn't work? I'm just assuming. I mean, I heard Cucker say it somewhere once.
Yeah, and Cucker.
And if he says it, it's true.
Yeah. He also said that Matt Gaetz likes to have sex with small children.
Yes, he did.
We get that in any chance.
Yeah. He did say he said that.
Well, he defined small children.
Right.
And he said that he made reference to Matt Gaetz's love life. So
yeah. No, he absolutely says it. He said 17-year-olds were children.
Mm-hmm. Little children.
Teenagers, he said.
Small children.
You finished? There's some real pretty shit now, man. You finished?
That's what Madison Cawthorn's doing right now, spinning in his chair,
man.
saying,
Game over, man. Game over.
He's like, what will I ever do?
Uh-oh, what was that?
That was me.
Did we just lose some sound?
No.
Or
Yeah, maybe.
it just
this.
sounds funny. Okay. So the
get your Lindell today.
Yes, get your Lindell. Well, we have some updates. We've talked over the last few weeks. Oh, I spilled the Hopecraft CBDs. We've spoken over the past couple of weeks about Donald Trump's
Oh, are you still on the waiting list?
The launch of Donald Trump's website, his called Truth Social. And allegedly there have been a lot of bugs and people trying to sign up and getting waitlisted, getting emails saying, congratulations, you are.
And they're just like, I've been waiting a week to troll this fucking site.
Yeah, and they'll get back to you and say, congratulations, you are waitlisted now at 777,652.
Is it all the way up to 750,000?
Well, okay, so I have an insider on this.
Oh,
I got some information from somebody who has joined the site kind of for, trolling reasons.
Yeah.
Not necessarily trolling, he just kind of wants to see how it is. And so he told me that he signed up and he got waitlisted, and his experience was very much like what we read in the media. And then 2 days ago, he texted me and said, I checked my email this morning and I had 19 messages, all alike, welcoming me to Truth Social.
ooh.
They welcomed me with spam. I hit the link within one of those messages to get started, and it was
And
broken.
it was, pow, your bank account's empty.
Spam with broken links. However, I did download the app and was able to sign in and create a profile. So a bumpy start, but still start. Will be interesting to see what comes next. Okay, and he sent me, Truth Social sent him an email that
It says,
This is what it
welcome are
said.
you. Thank ye for smiting thine
so
life.
while he was still wasted, while he was still
Hey, man,
waitlisted,
damn, dude.
yeah, he will be after reading.
Guess how long he was waiting, huh?
Okay, so hey, fellow
I'm not going to stop drinking until I get on Truth Social. And now he's-
refresh, refresh,
Now he's-
refresh.
yeah.
Okay, so this person received the following email. This is while he was still waitlisted. Hey, fellow truth sayer, thank you for signing up for Truth Social. Truth is all in caps.
Of course it is.
We
Truth.
We appreciate your eagerness to join our fight against big tech, which is capitalized, censorship, and want to provide you with a quick update. We are steadily welcoming new users from our temporary waitlist onto Truth Social for iOS. This phased rollout allows us to identify and remedy errors in real time as we onboard new users. In other words, it allows us to screen for people who might disagree with us and cause something to get thrown at one of our heads by the former president. We're building a platform to take on big tech, but in a fraction of time.
Don't they use big tech? I mean, they're making this app for iOS. Is nothing bigger than iOS?
Yeah, that's a good
I'm
point.
not sure. Oh, maybe it's on Google. No big tech involved.
Yeah, no big
here.
tech involved in the launch of Truth Social.
Not at all.
Consequently, we need to ensure the platform remains stable and provide users with the best experience possible. Okay, you're failing so far.
We will give you the finest in echo chambery.
Yeah.
Once we weed out all the trolls.
Once our mission is to reclaim the digital public square for free expression, while we're busy weeding out those who disagree with us. Rest assured, the entire Truth team is working around the clock to allow everyone to enjoy us as quickly as possible.
We know how much we all enjoy Republican banter on the web. Oh, come on, baby. Get this thing to work. I don't care.
There are great things to come.
Thank
you.
I'm not a praying man, but even I want to see this.
It's so funny because it says follow the truth, and then there's the apps, a link to the app store. It's like, oh yeah, okay, I got your big tech right here. Yep.
There's no big tech. Chisel it out on fucking stone tablets and hand it out one at a time.
That's why they're being waitlisted. It takes a lot of time to tap out.
The joke is you guys are in the Stone Age. Why would anybody switch over? Look, like Pete, Trump had the 85 million subscribers on Twitter. And on this shit show, he doesn't even go on this thing, apparently, except for to self-flagellate or self-masturbate.
Self-anoint.
Ejaculate, whatever. Yeah, I mean, they just want to turn it into Republican. And come on, man. Republicans are insufferable as it is. If you just imagine several 100,000 of them just talking to each other about shit that nobody gives a fuck about. But
I predict
the echo chamber could spill over, you know.
The echo chamber is going to be like a bunch of frat boys getting their drunk on and yelling and
hey kids, give me every
breaking shit. And eventually the FBI is going to notice and somebody's going to
I think I don't know.
get busted for
You think he can be?
An assassination plot or something.
Can we really fuck with him? Like, again, he's a fucking president. He says whatever he wants. We haven't really done anything yet, but maybe it's like that's what it is. He's just like, what do they call it? They call it like polluting the crime scene.
Mm-hmm.
So if you showed up with like a ton of just evidence and scattered it all over a crime scene, it'd fuck up the crime scene. And so maybe there's just
Dexter 101.
and maybe there's just so many leads that they're chasing down for him that they just can't. Like it's, they're like Richard's like, we have to like, we have to cut school funding for lunch so we can investigate all of Trump's crimes.
What was that thing that term that came up? It was in the 2016 election.
You're on
Gish
fire
gamble?
today.
I know. I'm not.
Gish gamble?
I swear to God, I haven't even smoked any weed. Gish gamble, yeah, or a Gish gallop. I think that's what it's called, where you just throw out so many lies at once that nobody can refute them. It's just saturate the airwaves with bullshit, and your opponent is just like,
there's no way for them to check it. That's why, remember when he wanted to do the debates, they were like, oh, we want to do live fact checking. And he's just like, no.
That's not necessary.
Everything
I have all the facts.
Everything I say is the truth.
You only need to listen to me.
There's no other way to spin it.
And I have to say, Hillary Clinton was not, when you have an opponent who does that, you have to be really good at spotting the ones you need to refute.
I'm surprised.
And she was not very good at doing that.
I'm surprised they just didn't. I would have made it into a laugh riot.
Well, that's kind of what
I would have just gone back on him with just.
That's kind of what Joe Biden did.
Sacrifice one of the. But no, he was getting irritated where he's just like, man, do you ever shut up?
Yeah, but it was funny. I mean, it was
but
like.
It wasn't. I mean, it was
it's
funny.
Like,
for
look
us.
at this
it was
fucking
funny
idiot.
for us. But if he would have just been, if he would have come up with something really witty to say right there, instead of just shut up, it's just been like.
I think he said some witty things, but remember oh man, if you ever shut the hell up.
Yeah. God. Kerry Lake Rock and Roll Rodeo. Kerry Lake Rock and Roll Rodeo Rally. Come down and get Lindell. You'll sign your pillow with a special pen.
With the special sauce. Special young white man sauce.
Yeah, that's right. That's what the whole thing.
Old white man sauce.
Kerry Lake Rock. I bet they people were like, Ricky Lake. All right, we'll be there. Haven't seen Ricky Lake in years.
Is she still fat?
Yeah, we're going to the Ricky Lake Rock and Roll Rodeo Rally.
I like that big lady.
Oh, God. Hey, we'll be back in a minute.
Yeah.
One more shot at it. This seems to be going much weller.
Much smoother. Much more smoothly.
Until we start saying shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Now the problem's us, not the platform.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be back in a moment. I'm the J.
I am your Miss Parker.
This
is Nothing Yet Live.